Welcome back, everyone, to our final segment for Cityline today. And I must tell you, it's been fun watching the studio transform in a short period into an actual flea market. I have with me on the couch today Carol Colleran and Chris Hay. Carol and Chris, welcome to Cityline. First time,
Yes.
which we are so glad to hear. Now, tell me about the flea market. This is an amazing thing to happen, and how many vendors, what can we expect to buy, all of those wonderful things.
Well, the flea market started officially in 1968. And so in 2018, we celebrated our 50th year of the flea market. Our purpose is to raise money for student scholarships at Puget Sound. And so it's a real local event, local vendors. And so it's March 22nd, coming right up.
Wow, that is right around the corner.
Yeah.
As we've noticed that this year is just going by like that already.
Yeah.
Now, you said it's been around since 1968.
Right.
How did it come together? What suddenly made this flea market coalesce?
Well, the Women's League, and I wasn't involved at that time, but they had some garage sales, rummage sale type things, and they weren't raising a ton of money, but somebody came, one of the members visited in France and went to a flea market, a great big, if anybody that's been to a flea market in France, it's a huge, huge thing with lots of booths and lots of different stuff. And so that was kind of adopted, and it's at the Memorial Fieldhouse at Puget Sound. Every year it's a little bit different, but there's always food and lots of fantastic stuff.
That's wonderful. Now, flea markets, I know I've gone to a few in my time as well. There are some crazy things that appear at flea markets. What is the craziest thing that you've ever sold at the flea market?
Goodness.
Craziest. Well, so we have a lot of vendors, and the Women's League itself has a few booths. We used to have a big rummage room, but that ended with COVID. Personally, last year I bought the front wheel of a bicycle with a basket and can put a flower box in it. So there's vendors that repurpose things. And I don't know about that's a repurposed metal.
It used to be, you can see it was a rake or a hoe or whatever, and then, some scrap metal, and it's just great lawn art.
The bobbing head goose for that.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, it's not just a flea market. There's something else that happens too. And you organize the outdoor food court,
Yes.
which I know will be very interesting to some of our viewers. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
The deliciousness that happens out front of the flea market. We also have folks indoors who are selling more packaged goods. We brought some jellies and some macarons that are sold there. We showed that the little peek of the fabulous things she does with she can print the edible ink on there, and she even, I called her yesterday and said, oh, can I get some macarons? And she printed all these little specialty things for us. So there's those sorts of folks indoors, deliciousness. And then outdoors, we have ready-to-eat things that are hot and will keep your energy up while you're at the market. I encourage people to stamp their hand when they go in so that they can come in and out throughout the day. So you can get your coffee, you can get a little snack for breakfast, you can go and shop a bit, come out, maybe get some caramel corn, get a drink of, we've got the lemonade folks, and then get lunch. We've got empanadas, we've got hot dogs, we've got vegan, we've got Caribbean, a little bit of everything. And so then go back in and shop some more. And then when you leave, grab some dinner to take home. So.
It is, being at the Fieldhouse, that's a large space.
Yeah.
So this is an all-day event. It can be as long as you want it to.
Right,
Don't be scared
right.
by that. But it's an all-day event where you can just go and enjoy and support all these great local artisans as well.
Yes.
Which is wonderful. Now, what are both of your favorite parts of the event?
Mm-hmm. Well, my favorite part is just seeing all the community come together. It's really, there's people that would never miss it. They missed it, of course, during COVID, but they come back year after year. It's a event that they put on their calendar, like the Puyallup Fair. You know, you don't miss the Puyallup Fair, you don't miss the Fieldhouse Flea Market.
For me, I love the raffle. It's something that we did for a few years. I actually helped organize it, and the vendors would donate items that we would then raffle. You know, you could get a raffle ticket for. And again, because of COVID, that went away for a little bit. But we're back this year with a raffle.
Yay!
And we have a member who's made a beautiful quilt. That'll be one of the raffle items. But then we also are going to have a wheelbarrow full of donations from the vendors. And it's the best bargain at the flea market. You don't want to miss getting a ticket. Come into the lobby, that's where they'll be sold, and buy, you know, dozens of those things to improve your chances of winning those.
The more you buy, the
races.
better your chances.
Yeah.
Now, Carol, you're the president of the Puget Sound Women's League. Can you tell us a little bit about the league and how it interacts?
So the league was founded in 1900, and this year we're celebrating our 125th year.
Wow.
So we've been in existence almost as long as the university. We meet 6 times a year, and we meet in the daytime at lunchtime and have lunch. We attempted to accommodate people that are working during the day and cannot make it to lunch. It kind of didn't work out so well, so we're continuing with the lunch time. And we always have a student musician, and they are fantastic.
Oh.
Yeah, the one this past month was a flutist, a senior. He's doing a senior recital on April 21st and going on and continuing to study music in his graduate program. And we have a speaker letting us know what they're doing research in. They're from the university and what's going on in their departments. So we try to be connected as much as possible with the university. We're an affinity group. They term us an affinity group, which means they really support us as we support them.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so glad that this is something that you do every year, and the Women's League is such an important part of it. Now, in our final few moments that we have, favorite thing about the flea market? Or even best word of advice for somebody going to the flea market?
Go early.
Go upstairs.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that it's not just the main floor. There's a second level, and then we've got lots of nooks and crannies where we'll have vendors in different spaces. So don't just go around the main floor and head out. Look all around the different levels.
We have 80 vendors, over 80 vendors, and so there's a lot to look at.
You've heard it from the experts, Carol and Chris, on what to do at the flea market. Thank you both so much for being here. We'll see you hopefully in person on March 22nd at the event.
Yes.
And I want to thank you all for being with us for this edition of Cityline. It's always a pleasure to join everybody here in the studio. I'm always glad to fill in for Amanda, and I hope that she's getting some much needed rest and relaxation. We also want to thank our Stronger Together partnering to support survivors with the Kindred Souls Foundation and the Crystal Judson Family Justice Center, Tacoma Little Theater, and our production of Lorca in a Green Dress, which opens March 7th. The Toy Rescue Mission and Martha and her wonderful Easter glasses. Our Pet of the Week, don't forget Katara and Stuart, early from the Tacoma Bird Alliance, letting us know about the Forest Plan Review. Thank you so much, and we hope that you will be out in the community doing great things and finding out more about what we do here. We'll see you next time.